Welcome to KBTV. My name is Kevin Blaine with the Kevin Blaine Real Estate Team. This is Thomas Curtis, my guest. Welcome to the show, Thomas.
Hey, thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thomas Curtis lives in Lemoore, works in Kings County. He's a real estate agent on our team, and I wanted to invite him on the show. Thomas has a great story and has been helping a lot of families out in Kings County. Thomas, you moved to Kings County in 2000 from where?
Southern California. My dad, was a military brat growing up, so Dad ended up getting transferred over here right in the middle of high school. So you can understand how exciting that is for a high schooler, right?
Yeah.
So we came up here in 2000, and definitely did not like it. Used to could walk to the beach in about 20 minutes where we lived. Coming over here, water tastes like it stunk, and just a huge culture shock. But now I absolutely love it. I wouldn't see anywhere else. My family living anywhere else. So
that's awesome, because it has to be challenging to go from Orange County to Kings County. But like, I've been here most all my life, lived in San Jose for a while. I love it here also, and it's home, and the people are cool.
Yeah.
Now you're being in a military family. It has to help you working in Kings County with the Lemoore Navy base and working with the military families, buying real estate, selling real estate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely understand. With the families traveling so much, moving. I definitely understand what the transition is, the process, and not just that, but just emotionally going through that, and how tough it is to, jump around every few years, going back and forth, helping people sell their house, and, buy a house and they sell it a couple years down the line, which has happened recently. So.
Right. And Tom, so you moved here in 2000 and with your family, and you were in high school.
Yeah.
And so you guys went through the great crash, the real estate crash in 2008, starting in 2006 through 2010.
Yeah.
Tell me about that. What happened? What was that like?
Yeah, just like a lot of other people, our family really struggled through all that, and we ended up losing the house, and just everything, that comes with that, the emotional side of that. I think, something that really vivid stands out in my mind is, I know this is kind of getting a little personal, but like my mom in the closet, just we're losing everything, we're losing the house. We just can't make stuff meet. I was working, how many jobs, 3 or 4 jobs, help pay the bills, and after a while we're just all getting burned out. We just couldn't hang anymore. And her sitting there with her head between her knees and just bawling her eyes out, man. That just devastated me. Going to my room and just crying my eyes out. And then from that point on, I just said, you know what? I'm going to be the change in the family. I'm going to do something that's going to, help this family. One, turn around from here, but help my children and my children's children, maybe just break off and give them a good life, so.
Thomas, and I appreciate you sharing that. And what I've seen and what I've experienced is, during the market crash, when the market went down 50% from its height in late 05 to its bottom in 2011, it wasn't bad families losing homes. It wasn't good families. It wasn't people that weren't working. It was across the board.
Yeah.
It was a lot of people. What can you do when life unexpectedly changes, and the value of your home is half of what it was a couple years ago? But how does that experience, or does that experience help you in any way when you're working with buyers and sellers today in Kings County?
Oh, that absolutely does. I went on a listing appointment last night with a family who went through that, and so I got to experience and talk to them, and it made a great emotional connection with them. Going through all of that, and then just the process after that. Just so being able to understand them and just helping them list their house after. So yeah, with going through all that stuff, it's only it's only a detriment to you if you let it. So I'm not going to say it's been an easy road. It's definitely been building blocks. I've had some great leadership around me like you, and I belong to a couple small groups, and just people around me to help build me up and just create a good foundation, and kind of going from there. But it's been a daily struggle, going through all that and recovering and coming back. But I'm super blessed, being on this team and being able to represent, Kings County and yeah.
So Thomas, who's the team leader in Kings County for the Kevin Blaine real estate team, and Thomas, who you've been working since you got out of school, or you've been working for the last 10 years while going to school, and Thomas has his MBA, his Master's in Business Administration, which is quite an accomplishment, and then you got your real estate license several years ago. Thomas, this year so far, we're at the halfway point, has closed and helped over 25 families buy or sell a property. You're having a good year.
Yeah, no, definitely very, very blessed. I have a little bit over 11 in escrow, and so I mean, it's been this year has been very, very blessed this year.
Any suggestions or tips to buyers or sellers that you would recommend when buying or selling a home in Kings County?
Mm-hmm. One with buyers, I would say definitely, get pre-qualified first. Sit down with a good agent like myself or somebody on the team, and we'll guide you towards a great lender. We have some great lenders in town, and get pre-qualified, because the last thing you want to do is go out there and find your dream home and then find out that you don't qualify for it. We have some great lenders in town whose rates are really low, at least 0.5% lower than anyone else I've seen around. So that enables you to bump up a little bit more and qualify for a little bit more. Fees are a little bit lower, so less out of pocket. I mean, in Lemoore and Kings County, Lemoore and some of the smaller communities, you can do a 0% down program. Right. They have some great programs there. Sellers, I would say honestly, sit down and Zillow and Trulia and all those, they're great, but they're not accurate. So you see the numbers on there, and you need to sit down with a good professional and get it dialed in. The market is going up, so the numbers are going up, but you need to sit down with a professional who sees everything every day, who's in the market, who's an active agent, and being able to price that house right, so you can maybe move up or transition down, whatever case you're going through.
And I think that's a good point. And Zillow is a fun site. It really is. It's got a lot of useful information, and they acknowledge it's an estimate. And it can be a 10% swing one way or the other. When you're talking about a $300,000 house, that's $30,000. Whereas a real estate agent should be able to pinpoint it within a 2 to 3% range, a $5,000 to $10,000 range of value. Shifting gears just slightly, I just wanted to wrap up by talking about the community outreach, community event that you have in December. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so we, a few years ago, about 7 or 8 years ago, our small group got together, and we just knew we were very blessed, and we said, hey, why can't we help families in the community? And there's a handful of us. We would go out. We all go to South Valley Community Church in Lemoore, and we would go out and we said, hey, we did a good little Christmas dinner for ourselves. Why can't we help the community? So we went out, and that year we helped a few hundred families who around Christmas time, kids not being able to get presents, and Christmas time is not the greatest time. It's my favorite holiday personally. I love Christmas, my absolute favorite.
The birth of our Savior.
Right, exactly. But for some people, it's not the best holiday. It reminds them, what they don't have, or and things like that. So we decided to just come out and just help families out, just out of the goodness of our heart, and all partnered up, prayed about it, and went out. And that first year helped a couple hundred families, and from then since now, partnered up with our church and local churches in the community and businesses, and has grown to about. We're helping over 1,500 people. Last year we gave about 600 kids presents. Nice. And this is all off of donations from businesses, from churches, in the community. Everything is 100% donated.
And is this a certain week in December or a certain day?
You know what? Every year
Fluctuate a little bit?
it fluctuates a little bit because we like to have it as close to Christmas, but sometimes events
Sure.
happen. So it's probably the second or third week of December we
Yeah.
normally have it.
Thomas, if somebody wanted to get involved in that, wanted to do a donation or help out, who would they contact and what contact information?
You can contact myself or our church, South Valley Community Church. You can contact me. My direct number is 559-309-9859, or you can we're directly involved with South Valley Church. The people who run this, we all go there, so you can go online and look that up, and you can go donate through there also.
Very good.
So.
Thomas Curtis, real estate agent in Kings County. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, I highly recommend him. We appreciate you tuning in to KBTV, and we'll talk to you soon.